beautiful people. How you all doing today? It's a girl partner. So I hope you guys are all doing great. I welcome you all guys back to my channel. To my existing subscribers, I want to say thank you so much guys for your support, for always stopping by. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you guys. I can't thank you enough. And if you're new, you're welcome. Please guys don't forget to subscribe as well, okay? And please remember to turn your bell notification bells on, okay? So that's the only way you get notified every single time I upload my weekly videos. Today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make a kaftan dress, okay, with ruffle. It's quite easy, and this one is going to be an interesting one. So you need to sit back to the end of this video, okay? Yes, as I take you through the process. So let's just get down to it. So now I have the fold. So I folded it into two along the 58 inches in length this way. Then I folded it on the width side, so making it into four right now. Okay, so folded into four. I confirm this from the tip here all the way down. I have my full length of 58. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to take note of my waistline at 17 and the hip line at 24. Mind you, I'm marking on the right side, okay, because the stitch is going to be on the right side, okay. So I'll just mark this out. Then I'll come to the tip here and take my shoulder slope. So from this tip, I took 1 inch. From here, 3 inch. So I just connect it to get my slope this way. Okay. So from this point here, I'm going to get the sleeve opening. That's where I want the arm to pass through. So I will do 13. You can do 11, 12. I want to do 13. And also remember, it's going to have a gather at this sleeve. I'm going to be gathering it to a band. I'm going to be creating a band at this, sleeve area. Okay. So from this shoulder point here, I'm doing 13. So this place. Okay. So coming down to the neckline. Okay. So the neckline is totally depend on what you want. Okay. So I'm doing from here, my neck width, I want it to be 7 because I really want it to be wide. Okay, I want it to be 7. Then the neck width, I'll do say 5, or let me do 6. 6 is okay. Yeah. So from here, I'll connect it this way. So I'll be cutting the same neck width for both the front and the back piece, okay? So coming down to the waistline, the waist is 36, divided by 4, that's 9. So I'll take note of that, 9 inches. And because I don't want it to be fitted, it's going to be loosed, okay? So I want to add an extra 1.5 inch or even 2 inch for that. Then an extra 1 inch for the hemming. Okay, so that's like a total of 3 inch. Yeah. Then coming down to the hip line, which is 42. If I divide by 4, that's 11. So I have my 11 inch mark, and I'll also add 2 inch plus 1 inch, making 3. So this is it. So I'm just going to take this hip measurement, I'm going to take it, straight down. So I'll just pull this and come down and also impute the hip measurement of 11 And remember, we added 3 inches as well. Okay, so this lower part is going to have slits, okay, to enable easiness for walking. Okay, so I'm going to be adding from the lower part upwards by 15 to 20 inches. I'm going to be taking a slit there. Okay, yes. So from there, I'll just connect it. So here you can see from this the waist to the hip, from the hip straight down. Okay. Now remember here we said we're going to be having a sleeve opening. From the length here we have 13. Okay, so I also like to take note of this 13. So on this line I also input my bottom measurement, which is 38. Divide by 4, that's 9.5. And I also add the extra 3 inches of allowance. So this way. So have in mind that what you have here, you're also going to put it on the other side. So now we have the same measurement on both sides. So you can see this now. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take note of where we'll be putting in our ruffle. From this tip now, I'm just going to cut out um, the inch where I'm going to put in my ruffle. So I'm moving inwards by 5 inch all the way. So I'm cutting out 5 inches here, straight down. So after the ruffle has been created, I'll put it back here. The reason why I'm saying 1 inch here is because by the time we're fixing this part back, we'll be able to sew it in here again, and it's going to take half an inch on both sides to sew it back here. I hope you understand that. So I'll just cut this line off. I'll cut out the neck. Okay, so this piece is ready. You can see this. So you can see the markings is reflecting on both sides. You can see. So what I'm going to do is to use this piece now and go and create my ruffle. But of course, like I said, I'm going to add extra because we are creating ruffle, so it has to be much. So I have 4 long strips of 45 inches. It's much, quite much, like it's going to consume a lot of fabric. So 4 pieces here, you can imagine 45 times 4, we have 180. Okay, this, and we need to multiply this to get a really full ruffle, at least 2.5 or 3 inches. Let's say we multiply by 3, multiply this by 3, we have 540. So you need the 540 of this. Okay, so all I need to do now is to get this 180. I need to cut out a long strip of 180 twice again to join to this one. So having a long strip of 540, that's a lot, and one end has to be cleaned up. So you either hem it if you have the time, like it's going to take a lot of time by hemming it, preferably weave it all through. So after the weaving, then I'll create a gathers, okay, to the length of 180, which is going to fit in into this place this place straight down and to the other side as well. It's going to fit in here straight down. Okay, so I'll just go do that. When I'm done, I'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, and here guys, the 540 in length, long length of strip I cut out earlier, I've used it to create a pleat. It's a very long one. Yeah, so and if you can see, I also weaved the down part of it, so the pleat is ready. So what I'm going to do now, I want to fix it on the sides where we cut it out from. So you remember this 1 inch mark we left here? So I'm going to place this way, but I'll have to first of all sew it like this. So I'll turn it the right side facing each other this way. When I sew it up, then I'll have it this way. When this is done, then I'll start sewing it on this side straight down. So at the end of the day, you should have something looking like this. Okay, so it's gonna run through straight down to the floor length of the dress, and the same thing I'll also apply on the other side. Okay, so that's it. And for the neckline, I also cut out a facing for it, so I'll be using to turn it to the other side. But before that, I got this from a local store. I just want to use it to put it on the next side as well. It's straight, and so we have here a V. So this is how I'm going to place it. I need to place this before sewing up the neckline and also the shoulder, so that these edges can go in. So I'm going to place it like this. If you have it placed this way, you have it folded at the center here, as you can see. So all I'll do is to find a way to slide it down, okay, because it's quite soft, so I can just slide it down this way and also run a stitch. So I'm going to run a stitch on both sides so to have it in place. But remember, it's not going to be exactly please ½ inch or 3/4 inch away from the edge, because after this is done, then I'll use my facing to close it up. I'll just use my facing, close it up, and at the end of the day, the facing will be going inside. So you just have this at the edge, okay? Yeah, so that's it. Then I also have this I'm going to be using for the band. Remember, the sleeve is supposed to be a band. We're going to be creating a gathers at the sleeve part. So remember, I said we're going to be plating this into this. So here I have 4 inches in width, and the length is my round shoulder round sleeve measurement with an extra ½ inch to sew it up. Okay, so we're going to be gathering it this way. So at the end of the day, the sleeve will have this band. Okay, yes. And I'm going to put this applique as well on the edge part of the sleeve as well. Okay, yes, I'll do that. So that's it, guys. So what I'm going to do now is just to go and finish up the neck, the shoulder, and run this pleat we created all the way to the sides of the dress. And yes, I'll come back to show you how it looks. So here, guys, this outfit is almost ready. You can see the neckline and the sleeve, the band has been fixed. Okay, yeah. So the only thing left now is to join the side. So taking note of this, if you look at the sleeve, you find out that here is ordinarily supposed to be where the sleeve length was supposed to stop. So here, this band is just an extension. So when I fixed in this, I closed in from the inside and stopped at the same extension here. Okay, from this extension, that's the band that was added to this part. Okay, so every other part from here now will be sewn on the main fabric, that's this front piece. Okay, we put the bust measurement on this 13 inches mark. So all I will do is just extend it to this, this chest line here. I'll just extend the line upwards. Okay, so that's it. Then I'll run the stitch following the shape. But here is the thing: when we're taking this measurement, remember, we added 1 inch for the sewing allowance and 2 inch for ease. Okay, so I wasn't supposed to actually add that 1 inch for sewing, since we're going to be sewing on the right side, right? Okay, so all I will do is just to go back inwards at every point. So instead of following this exact line, I'll just go inwards and do that. I hope you understand that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll just take the stitch all the way straight down, and also it's going to have a slit downwards. So from the down length, I'll just measure 20 inches upwards. So wherever my stitch is coming from down, it's going to stop at 20 inches in length. That's counting from the down length. Okay, so that I can have a slit on it and to enable movement. Okay, so that's it. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and when I'm done, I'll show you the final look of this dress. And here you have it, guys. This dress is ready. This is indeed a gorgeous outfit. I love this so much. Well, that brings us to the end of today's tutorial. I hope you guys had fun, because I did. So please don't forget to share, like my videos, and subscribe if you haven't. Till I see you on the next one. Have a beautiful day.